yeah, I'm only making a video like this because I'm driving, but I like can't get this stuff off my mind. And before I kind of go on with my story, you know, so people don't jump ahead, because I'm going to say this at the end too. But if I'm wrong about anything, what I'm saying right here, please let me know in the comments and give me some advice. So I think the reason why California, for example, that's where I live, is allowed to basically involuntarily waive your constitutional rights on criminal actions against you when it's a traffic infraction, because you have to go, if you fight it and you plead not guilty, you aren't guaranteed the normal rights under the Constitution, like your 6th and 7th Amendment right. 6th Amendment right, you know, the assistance to counsel should be provided to you. You have to pay for your own lawyer, and that's going to end up costing probably more than the ticket, and there's no guarantee that it's going to work, you know, but you should at least have somebody that can translate their legalese or help you, you know, that's not there, or give you at least some advice on what to do. You do not get that, and they take that away, and you think, well, hey, that's unconstitutional, right? So, some idiots out there, I know some shills out there, or just some stupid obedient slaves will be like, well, no, it's just a traffic ticket, so you're allowed to do it. No, idiot. They're putting you in front of court. It's the same thing. And read the Constitution. This has to do with all criminal actions or all crimes you're accused of. These rights are guaranteed to you. Your 7th Amendment right, which guarantees you the right to a trial by jury. You don't get that. You get a bench trial where the judge is the judge and the jury. You don't even get a jury trial, where a jury trial is the jury gives what they think the judgment should be, but the judge still has the final decision. Trial by jury is your jury has final judgment, and that's your rights. You don't get that. No, you get a bench trial, and then why do they do that? Because of course you would get a non-biased opinion or a non-biased judgment. They don't want that because it's obviously a conflict of interest. They'll say it's not, but you don't have to go to law school to figure this out. When the judge is, you know, the judge, the jury, the prosecutor, and the expert witness are all on the plaintiff's payroll, and they want to tell you it's not a conflict of interest. It is definitely a conflict of interest. And the reason they're allowed to get away with this, and again, correct me if I am wrong, is because you can't sue them. You can't. Where do you go to complain about this? You're not allowed to sue them in the federal. You can't go to your district federal court because courts are immune. So they have immunity. So there's nothing. That's why they're able to do it. It has nothing to do with it, whether it's being constitutional or not. It probably is unconstitutional, but it doesn't matter because they don't have to be because they're immune. So no one can ever do anything. But the reason everybody thinks or assumes, or they have this kind of implied belief, just like how they operate on implied consent, that the constitutional rights apply to them, and that they're protected under these, and that is because you see on the news all the time, oh, this person's constitutional rights were violated, and he's being exonerated, and he's get a settlement, or he or she, or this person, or these people are being released from prison because their constitutional rights were this or that, and you hear it all the time, right? However, there's 323 million people in America, and I mean, there's people are in court all the time for this and that and the other. We got more people in prison than I think any country in the world, and they do that because they'll pick a few select individuals, or it'll be somebody rich, you know, that has money to like to you know get their case noticed, and it's all just PR marketing that's the media puts out there, again, to make us believe that we have these special rights, that, you know, we have to go over to these other countries, put our lives on the line, kill people or get killed, all to protect these special rights that don't even apply to us, because we're just slaves and they are the mafia. I wrote this Facebook post the other day, this long one, and I'm saying, you know, and I listen to Mark Stevens a lot too, but I'm like, you know, okay, you know, I know, because they call themselves the government, they can't possibly be the mafia. It's just happenstance that this is precisely what the mafia would do if the mafia was posing as our government. So, yeah, you think you got rights, but I don't think you do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, out.